DMV Practice Test. Test 4. Question 1. When being followed by a tailgater, which of the following will help you avoid being hit from behind? Option A. Merge right to change into another lane and allow the tailgater to pass. Option B. Decreasing your following distance. Option C. Changing lanes frequently. The correct answer is merge right to change into another lane and allow the tailgater to pass. Explanation. When being followed by a tailgater, the best course of action to help you avoid being hit from behind is to merge into another lane if it's safe and practical to do so. Here's why. Remember that the key is to drive safely and defensively. Maintain a safe and consistent speed within the posted speed limit and keep a safe following distance from the vehicle ahead. If a tailgater continues to follow closely and you can safely change lanes to allow them to pass, it's a good option to consider. However, always prioritize safety when making lane changes and only do so when it's safe and legal. Test 4. Question 2. When are law enforcement traffic brakes typically used on highways or freeways? Option A. To slow or stop traffic to remove hazards from the road. Option B. During rush hour traffic when roads are busiest. Option C. During clear weather conditions when visibility is optimal. The correct answer is to slow or stop traffic to remove hazards from the road. Explanation. Law enforcement traffic brakes are typically used on highways or freeways to slow or stop traffic to remove hazards from the road. This measure helps ensure the safety of both drivers and law enforcement personnel while addressing potential dangers on the road. Test 4. Question 3. When should you use your headlights? Option A. Beginning 30 minutes after sunset. Option B. 1 hour before sunset until 1 hour after sunrise. Option C. Anytime you can't see at least 2 miles ahead. The correct answer is beginning 30 minutes after sunset. Explanation. Using headlights beginning 30 minutes after sunset is crucial because this is when natural light starts to diminish, leading to reduced visibility on the roads. Even though it might not be completely dark yet, having headlights on enhances your visibility to other drivers, pedestrians, and potential obstacles. This proactive measure helps prevent accidents and ensures safer driving conditions. Test 4. Question 4. It is very foggy. You should slow down and Option A. Turn on your emergency flashers. Option B. Turn your lights to their high beam setting. Option C. Use your low beam headlights. The correct answer is use your low beam headlights. Explanation. In foggy conditions, it's essential to slow down and use your low beam headlights. Low beam headlights illuminate the road without reflecting light back into your eyes from the fog, thus improving visibility. High beam headlights, on the other hand, can reflect off the fog and impair visibility even further. Slowing down allows you more time to react to any hazards that may suddenly emerge from the fog. Test 4. Question 5. What method do bicyclists commonly use to indicate their intention to turn while riding? Option A. Bicyclists may signal a turn with their arm held straight out, pointing in the direction they plan to turn. Option B. Bicyclists may signal a turn by sticking their leg out to the side in the direction they plan to turn. Option C. Bicyclists may signal a turn by waving both arms in the air while shouting the direction they plan to turn. The correct answer is bicyclists may signal a turn with their arm held straight out, pointing in the direction they plan to turn. Explanation. Bicyclists commonly use hand signals to indicate their intention to turn while riding. One of the most common methods is extending their arms straight out in the direction they plan to turn. This helps communicate their intentions to other road users, improving safety and reducing the risk of accidents. Test 4. Question 6. Always signal when you turn, change lanes, slow down, or stop. You should signal. Option A. At least 100 feet before you turn. Option B. Just before you turn or change lanes. Option C. At least 50 feet before turn. The correct answer is at least 100 feet before you turn. Explanation. It's essential to signal your intentions to other road users whenever you turn, change lanes, slow down, or stop. Signaling provides crucial information to drivers, cyclists, and pedestrians, helping to prevent accidents and ensuring smoother traffic flow. The general rule is to signal at least 100 feet before you make your maneuver, giving others adequate time to react to your intended actions. Test 4. Question 7. Use your horn to. Option A. Avoid collisions. Option B. Greet other drivers or pedestrians. Option C. Alert others of your presence when passing by scenic views. The correct answer is avoid collisions. Explanation. One of the primary purposes of a vehicle's horn is to alert other road users to your presence and to warn them of potential dangers, helping to avoid collisions. Using your horn in situations where you need to alert others to hazards, such as when another vehicle is encroaching into your lane or when a pedestrian is not aware of your presence, can help prevent accidents. However, it's essential to use your horn judiciously and in accordance with local laws, as excessive or unnecessary honking can be a nuisance and may even be illegal in some areas. Test 4. Question 8. When should you use hand and arm signals? Option A. When you want to practice your mime skills while driving. Option B. If your signal lights are not functioning, or bright sunlight makes your signal lights hard to see. Option C. If you want to show off your hand signals because they're cooler than using your vehicle's signal lights. The correct answer is if your signal lights are not functioning, or bright sunlight makes your signal lights hard to see. Explanation. Hand and arm signals are used when your signal lights are not functioning or when they're difficult to see, such as in bright sunlight. These signals are essential for communicating your intentions to other road users when traditional signals are not available or visible. It's important to know and use these signals as a backup measure to ensure safe driving, especially in situations where visibility might be compromised. Test 4. Question 9. This image demonstrates. Option A. The right turn hand and arm signal. Option B. The left turn hand and arm signal. Option C. The slow or stop hand and arm signal. The correct answer is the left turn hand and arm signal. Explanation. Hand and arm signal with the left arm extended horizontally out of the driver's side window, palm facing forward or to the left. It indeed demonstrates the left turn hand and arm signal. This signal is a universal indication for drivers to communicate their intention to make a left turn to other road users. It's especially useful when signal lights are not functioning or are not easily visible. Test 4. Question 10. If you can see a collision or hazard ahead, warn drivers behind you using these methods. Option A. Play loud music from your car stereo to distract drivers behind you. Option B. Turn on your emergency flashers. Option C. Roll down your window and shout warnings to drivers behind you. The correct answer is turn on your emergency flashers. Explanation. Turning on your emergency flashers is one effective method to warn drivers behind you of a collision or hazard ahead. This signals to them that there's an immediate danger or obstruction on the road and they need to proceed with caution or take necessary action to avoid it. Test 4. Question 11. If you need to stop because of vehicle trouble. Option A. Roll down your windows and start shouting for help. Option B. Turn on your high beams to signal distress. Option C. Turn on your emergency flashers. The correct answer is turn on your emergency flashers. Explanation. Activating your emergency flashers is crucial if you need to stop due to vehicle trouble. This alerts other drivers that your vehicle is experiencing issues and that they need to exercise caution when approaching you. Additionally, it's important to safely maneuver your vehicle to the side of the road as much as possible to minimize obstruction to traffic flow and reduce the risk of accidents. Once stopped, if it's safe to do so, placing reflective triangles or flares behind your vehicle can provide further warning to approaching drivers. Test 4. Question 12. If it is necessary to make an emergency stop while driving on an interstate, you should. Option A. Sound your horn at passing cars to get their attention. Option B. Get out of your vehicle and flag down the first vehicle that passes. Option C. Pull off the road, turn on your emergency flashers, and stay in your vehicle if possible. The correct answer is pull off the road, turn on your emergency flashers, and stay in your vehicle if possible. Explanation. If you need to make an emergency stop while driving on an interstate, it's generally safer to pull off to the shoulder or emergency lane, if available, and turn on your emergency flashers. However, if you can safely exit the vehicle, it's often recommended to do so and move to a safe location away from traffic, such as behind a guardrail or barrier. Staying in the vehicle can be risky if there's a chance of being hit by passing traffic. Always prioritize safety and use your judgment based on the specific circumstances.